Meet the LIFX Luna. This is LIFX's first smart lamp with 1,000 lumens of brightness, beautiful color effects, and 4 programmable buttons that can control any other smart devices in your home. But what really caught my attention is something called matter binding, a feature that this lamp has that almost no other Matter smart home devices are using yet. Today I'll show you why this matters, pun intended, plus everything else that this unique smart lamp can do. Let's go. Yo, what's up guys? My name is Shane and this channel is all about helping you build an easy Apple home, smart home with new videos and live streams published every week. I first saw this lamp at CES in January and was instantly drawn in because mainly of those programmable Matter buttons, but also because, again, it's the first device that I've seen that supports Matter binding. Now, if you're not familiar with Matter, well, that's just the new smart home standard that's supposed to make all our smart home devices work together better. It's backed by Apple, Google, Amazon, pretty much all of the major smart home companies now. So in other words, this lamp should work with your smart home regardless of what smart home ecosystem you're using. But Matter binding takes that to a whole nother level, and I think is what makes this lamp pretty special. So stick around because we'll discuss exactly what Matter binding is later and why that may or may not be important to you. This is actually the first LIFX device that I've ever used, which is sort of hard to believe. Full disclosure, LIFX did send this to me for free so that I could try it out, but there are no strings attached. This video is not sponsored. They don't even know that I'm making this video actually, but either way, you're gonna get my honest thoughts and opinions here as always. Now this lamp will be available to purchase on March 31st for $70. I'll put an affiliate link down below in case you are interested. Using that link does greatly help this channel at no additional cost to you and is always much appreciated. Now you can see on the box here that this does support Matter and therefore it also supports all of the major smart home ecosystems. This is a Matter over Wi-Fi device, so no special hub is needed. Just your Matter controller like an Apple TV or HomePod if you're in the Apple home ecosystem, which is what I'll be focusing on here mostly today. And a little fun nugget that I found out, the Luna smart lamp has a chip inside that can use either Wi-Fi or Thread. So I was told that all of the newer LIFX products that they've released in the last year have this same chip. LIFX says that they hope to update the Luna smart lamp to enable that Thread capability by the end of the calendar year through a firmware update. So when that happens, you'll be able to connect this lamp to your smart home via Wi-Fi or Thread, which is great. Inside the box, we have a welcome guide, the lamp. It has those nice rubbery tactile buttons on the top. It has a hardwired cord connected to it. There's also a little mount and screws in case you want to mount this on a wall. To set it up, install the LIFX app if you don't already have it. Go through the prompts to add a new device, then scan the Matter code. Then you can start controlling the lamp right there in the LIFX app. I'm telling you, this thing here is bright. For most of the video, I will have the brightness turned all the way down or turned down significantly just so you can see it on camera. Otherwise, the footage would just be way overexposed and you wouldn't be able to see the colors. You can control those colors or the white temperature right there in the app. There is an effects tab with a lot of cool options like clouds, flames, or even a strobe. I actually have it, I think, on the meteor setting effect right now in the background there. A couple of the effects can even use your phone's microphone to sync with music if that's something you're interested in. There's also a themes tab with just a ton of different pre-made color combinations. These are all nice, but these are static, unlike the effects. These themes do not move or animate or anything like that. You can also create your own custom color combinations, painting different zones. There's a total of 26 controllable color zones, so you can create some really cool color combinations and effects with this. Really nice gradients and stuff to transition between the colors. Looks really nice. And if you don't want to use the app, you can also use the physical buttons. By default, one button will toggle the lamp on and off, one will cycle through lighting effects, and the two in the middle will control the brightness. And again, these can be customized. So let's take a look at that. Go into the lamp settings and tap on button setup. Here you can see that we can program a single press, a double press, and a long press for each button. That's a total of 12 actions that you can program with just these 4 buttons here in the LIFX app. If we tap in action, you can see we have a few options. Luna actions, which can control different functions of the lamp itself. Matter actions, which allow you to control other LIFX Matter accessories. If I tap into this, you can see I have the option to control my LIFX A21 smart bulb here. And then there are cloud actions that also let you control other LIFX accessories, but do require a cloud connection. You might be thinking, dude, I know you have way more smart lights than just that one LIFX bulb. So what about controlling all of those other smart accessories in your house with these buttons? Well, you can do that, but you have to bring the Luna smart lamp into your smart home ecosystem first. Again, for me, that's going to be Apple Home. To add the device to another smart home ecosystem like Apple Home, just go to the lamp settings, look for Matter, and tap Share Device. On an iPhone, you can tap Add to Apple Home and connect it right here from within the LIFX app, or you can tap Share using setup code to add the lamp to any smart home ecosystem. You'll get a new QR code and numerical code that will last for 15 minutes so you can add to your other smart home ecosystems. Through Matter in Apple Home, you'll get all the basic controls you get with any smart light, such as brightness, color control, and on/off. Unfortunately, the only way to create and change those lighting effects is to use the LIFX app or by pressing the physical buttons. But you can see we also get those configurable buttons here in the Apple Home app once the lamp has been added to HomeKit. I have the 4 buttons, again, with single press, double press, and long press for each one that I can configure. And here I can set these button actions to control any of the smart home accessories in my Apple Home setup, including scenes, shades, smart locks, fans, and of course, other smart lights. The weird thing is that the light accessory for the lamp, for some reason, it shows up in the other section in my home app room instead of with the other lights. That's a little bit strange, I guess, because it's a combined accessory, but it does show in the status section as a light with my other smart lights. Now let's talk more about that Matter binding feature that I mentioned earlier, and then I'll just get into my final thoughts and the pros and cons as I see them with this product. Now, again, this is the first device that I've used that supports Matter binding, which I think is pretty exciting. So what is Matter binding? Well, in simple terms, Matter binding lets smart devices talk directly to other smart devices without needing to go through a hub, an app, or the cloud. So it's device-to-device communication. Think about it this way. Normally, when you press a button or a smart switch or something to control a light, that signal travels through your network and maybe even to the cloud sometimes and goes through your hub and finally controls your light. Even typical automations among Matter accessories, though might be local there on your network, still rely on your smart home hub. With Matter binding, it's direct connection button to light, which means faster response times, and it even works when your internet is down. Right now, the LIFX Luna can only bind directly to other LIFX Matter products though, but the company has told me that they're working to expand this to other manufacturers' devices in the future. The only other device that I know of currently that uses Matter binding is Eve's Thermo radiator controller, which can bind directly to the Eve Thermo control. Most of the smart home ecosystems like Apple Home, Google Home, and don't have interfaces to set up Matter binding yet. And that's why you have to use the manufacturer's app like LIFX or Eve to configure that. The real benefit here, I think, is the reliability. Once devices can talk directly to one another, your smart home just becomes a lot more dependable and faster, even despite network issues. And that is why I'm excited to see this feature in this lamp. It's kind of a glimpse of where the smart homes are heading, and I think it's a nice step forward for Matter. Okay, so should you buy this lamp? Let's talk pros and cons. Well, the light is super bright at 1000 lumens, which is great for functional lighting, but it's almost blinding when facing you at full brightness. You might want to point it towards a wall or something like that for a nice splash of color. But unfortunately, the back of the lamp doesn't look that great with like the mounting hole and everything exposed. I really wish they included some sort of cover plate or something like that for the back, just to make it more visually appealing for those who did want to use it that way. I also kind of wish it came in other colors, at least like a black version. I actually had a hard time finding a good place in my house for it because it's white. That said, the lamp does look very nice if it fits your aesthetic. It has a clean design, and I really do like the feel of those tactile, rubbery buttons. The wall mounting option is cool if you have a good spot for it, but do note there's no notch for the cord on the back when you mount it vertically. So you'll have to run the cord down the side or have it stick out or something like that. It's just a minor thing, but something worth noting. On the positive side, the color saturation is as good or better as any smart lamp that I've seen. Those 26 color zones let you create some really cool effects and gradients. Plus, it has thread capabilities coming in a future firmware update, hopefully by the end of the year, which is nice. I love that all 4 buttons are exposed to Matter, so I can use them in Apple Home to control other accessories or scenes. I've had a little flick button by my bed for years to control like my fan and the security system. So this lamp could actually replace that while also giving me a bedside light, plus 3 additional programmable buttons. It's been very responsive through both the Apple Home app and the LIFX app. I think the decision really just comes down to whether you have a good place for this lamp and if you like how it looks. But it does work really well. $70 isn't cheap for a lamp, but considering the Matter support, the programmable buttons, the brightness of it, and all the effects, I think it's pretty reasonable. If you're interested, again, I've got affiliate links down below in the description. Let me know what you think about this lamp. Do you like the way it looks? Do the Matter capabilities matter to you? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're building a smart home and haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. I'd greatly appreciate it. I release new smart home videos every week. I also live stream every Wednesday. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next time I go live, and come stop by the stream, say hi. Would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next video.